Hey, it's Sebastian. Go play a little Landmark. I hope we can actually hear this a little bit better this time. Last time I tried to do a video, sound wasn't very good for my voice. Music was overpowering. But anyway, I was trying to talk about some stuff on the forums, but I can't really express myself, I don't think the way I want to, but this is kind of about tunneling and digging and mining in the game. I'm a miner in most games I play, and the mining, I love the way the mining works, where you actually dig into the ground and you can tunnel. It's pretty nice, actually. You just pick where you want, you hold your button, mouse around, and you dig everything out. It's pretty nice, and like you're really digging right into the ground. You got a range, and you just, wherever you move your mouse, it's going to take a chunk out. Sideways, down, everything. You can pretty much sculpt. I'm going right into the ground. It's pretty nice. It's awesome. See, so I can just, in seconds, or just minutes for sure, I can dig me a little tunnel or cave. So when you're first coming and playing, and you think, wow, this is awesome. And since the game has a claim and everything, you think, well, I'm going to be able to just, when I get my claim, I'm going to be able to just dig me tunnels and make me a room like this. It's what you're doing, so you think that's what you're going to be able to do. See, just like that, I have me a nice little cave or tunnel, and I could have a cave. And before you have your claim, you're doing this a lot. You're mining and everything, and like I said, it gives you an idea of what you think you're going to be able to do once you get your claim. I mean, it just, to me, this is what I was expecting. I was like, wow, when I get my claim, I'm going to be able to do this kind of stuff and save it. So it's my own space. I'm just going to be able to do exactly what I'm doing here. Mine me out, dig me out a cave, and hey, I got me a cave. And all that. Unfortunately, that's not really how it works. I actually have a friend's piece of property up here that I can work on, and I'll show you. First off, see, now that I'm on here, I can't use my pick at all. It's not even a tool that you can use on your claim, which is, to me, is pretty disappointing. We got a cave right here, and I'll just show you. See, so before, all I had to do is hold the button, and it would do wherever I want. I could mine me out a cave. Now, see, I did make this cave here, but the way I had to do it was actually quite a bit harder than what you're doing before. Basically, you take your delete tool, use the hotkey to make it a circle, and you just start one clicking at a time. Delete, 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 delete. It's way more work than the other way, and you don't have the real same control, because this ball will only go right on edges. It's not really the same. See, I'm still making a cave, but it's way more laborious, and it's not as fluent. And you got a push button, click, 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 point, click, click, click. Where before I could just hold my button and kind of sculpt the place. And on top of that is, even though I've done this and made a cave, if I made the tunnel just like I did before, it's going to take me longer. I'm not sure if I get resources this way or not. It's not a big deal either way. But let's say I make my cave, and just like, and I can get something similar to what I had before, just more work and not as fluent, which is my problem. Is why can't I have that fluent tool that I use all the time through the game? It's almost like I'm playing a different game. I'm not even getting to utilize what I've practiced and used previously. And that's another issue with this. It's kind of hard once you get to an edge, your tool just blanks out. And another issue that I have that people, it's going to bite a lot of people, is once you even dig a cave like this, you put that work into it, you made your cave just like you would have. It takes it harder than it would have been to even dig it with the pick. But now this don't, from the way I understand it, this don't even get templated. This don't even count as being done. So if you would have went through here, dug all kinds of tunnels, and then opened up, came out, made this room, dug this whole room, and made this or whatever, well, the only thing that's probably going to be templated is this stone here that I placed in probably the furnace, from the way I understand it. So all this cave and stuff that you think is part of your build doesn't really exist to the way they have it set up, the template. You won't get credit for any of it. And some argue that you should have, because basically you have to paint all these walls. I'd have to pick dirt, paint all these walls dirt. It looked the exact same, and then I would have something that would template. You know, I mean, I guess if you know that process, it doesn't make sense either way. But if you do, the real problem is the people that don't know, the people that just come in here and assume they dug a hole, they dug a tunnel. I have an entrance, I have a cave, I have tunnels, I have all this area. I would naturally assume that this is here. It's here. I can come in, I can do it. But unless I paint the walls, even if I paint it the same, then that's the only way that it's going to be considered done. Now, some people argue that you need to get resources. That's the whole name of the game, to build stuff. But it took just as much work for me to chip away all these walls. I don't need all this sand or dirt that came out here. I just did all the work to have that cave. So to me, it's logical that these walls would be there after I did that work. Whether I got all the materials removed out, it doesn't really matter, because really, by all rights, I should have been able to get all the materials anyway. So I definitely got enough material digging through here to cover these walls. To have to paint them just so that it's acknowledged that it exists is kind of redundant to me. But anyway, I know maybe it doesn't make sense to some people, but to me it does. I'm just gonna heal. Well, I'll leave this cave like this. It's not gonna matter. Smooth it out a little bit. But anyway, I know that was me just rambling and stuff, but to me, I think it's gonna cause issues with people that come in here, play the game. Naturally, you think you're just gonna be able to make a cave. Once you do whatever it takes to make this cave, you think you're gonna have a cave. But if it works the way I understand it's working, then you don't. And on top of that, I think they should be able to have a tool that works just like the mine outside. So what you do outside of the claim and learn and experience you get can transfer over to when you're building. Because when I first come in the game, I'm mining all over. I'm learning how to use tunnels, how to make caves and all that stuff. But as soon as I come over here to make it on my claim, I can't even do it the same way. So I guess all I'm saying is they should have a tool that I can click, even if it ain't really mine and it don't give resources or nothing, but that it works. Hold the button, do, and work just like I'm using the pick. If it showed the pick, that's fine. I understand they don't want you to be able to come in and mine resources, heal the ground, and mine them again. Well, that's fine. If anything, they maybe make it cost the resource to heal or something, or just make it not take resources at all when you do it. The only thing that instead of taking resources when you do it, it should take those resources to use the walls. That way, if I delete this like I did, It don't give, if it didn't give it me, and I'm using the pick like way instead of the delete, and it didn't give me the resources, but it painted the walls for me automatically, then that would pretty much be the issue, save the issue that way. And then if you did template and lost everything, you would get the materials for the walls back, but only the walls, not all the area you took back. So when you do put your template back down, the walls come back, and that's it. It just, to me, seems like it makes more sense. Anyway, I rambled on way too long, and I'll just shut it off from here.